The man's house was old and creaky, with drafty windows and flickering lights. It was the kind of house that made you feel uneasy, like something was watching you from the shadows. The man tried to ignore the feeling and went to bed, hoping to get some rest. But as soon as he closed his eyes, he heard a dripping sound. It was irregular, with an increasing volume, and seemed to come from a mysterious location. He got out of bed and went to the bathroom to check if there was a sink dripping. Everything was fine, and the dripping stopped. He returned to bed and tried to fall asleep again. The next night, the same sound woke him up again. He got out of bed and went to check the bathroom, but there was no dripping sound. He checked all the pipes, but there was no leak. He returned to bed and tried to fall asleep again. For the next couple of nights, the same story repeated itself. The man could not find the source of the leaking water. He went back to sleep. As the days went by, the man's physical condition deteriorated. He lost weight, his muscles atrophied, and his skin became discolored. He was wasting away, and he knew that he was dying. He had to find the source of the dripping water, or he would die. On the next night, the man had a nightmare of being sucked by a giant mosquito. The mosquito was huge, with a long proboscis that pierced his skin. He felt helpless and terrified as the mosquito drained his blood. He woke up in horror, and he heard the dripping water again. He rushed to the bathroom, but the sound stopped. On the way back to the bed, he looked into the mirror and saw his face looking pale, dry, like skin hanging on bones. He was horrified. The dripping sound was becoming more frequent, and the man was becoming weaker and weaker. He couldn't sleep, and he couldn't eat. He was wasting away, and he knew that he was dying. He had to find the source of the dripping water, or he would die. One morning, after a sleepless night, the man could not get up from the bed. He had no strength, and he could barely move his arms. With his remaining power, he could only roll out of the bed, falling on the floor. Half conscious, he looked at the bed bottom and saw dripping fluid in a dark red color. With his remaining strength, he lifted the mattress of the bed frame, and with terror, he saw a long, sharp teeth, like needles sticking from the bed, moving in a strange dance like praying for a victim. The man realized that he had been sleeping on a bed from Foreversleep Beds, the name of the shop where he bought it. He remembered the name instantly and understood its meaning. The man was horrified, realizing that he had been sleeping on a bed that was slowly draining his life away.